What's up, my fish people? Welcome to sin.AQUASCAPE. We're here today to talk about a few things, how to start your beginner fish tank aquarium. Let's go. Now, what are a few things you need? I'll make a quick description on the bottom. You'll see below right here. Take a look at the few items that I'll have listed for you in detail. This way it'll be easier for you to start your aquarium. Now, the first thing you need is obviously your fish tank. Now, depending on what size you're gonna get, I would suggest if you're starting your first tank, take a 10-gallon tank. That's the best one to use for your beginner fish. Now, make sure that you clean it out nice and clean. There is a tutorial that I'll be posting as well on how to do so. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to drop a line in the comment section or send me a message. Now, when starting your freshwater aquarium, the best thing you're gonna wanna do is make sure that when you're finished cleaning your tank, you're gonna add fresh water inside. Now, you can pre-mix, if you like, your fresh water with any type of API solution that can help with lowering down the ammonia and making it safe. So it's tap water conditioner pretty much you're using. There's plenty of items that you can use. I like to use any API products. It's something that I find is pretty useful. I'll put a description right below as well. You can find the link on Amazon, anywhere you're looking for it. Even at certain stores, box stores sells them as well, or your local fish shop. Now, once I do that, the best thing I like to do is start off with my scape by placing my driftwood around to make sure to see where the placement is best suited, how it's gonna look. You get your scape set, you figure it out as you go. You're gonna wanna get yourself a nice filter. That's gonna help cycle your fish tank, especially if you're gonna have a 10-gallon tank. You're gonna wanna have something that is useful enough to create a lot of water flow in order to pick up all the fish poo that's on the bottom, as well as cycle any dirty water that's at the top from surface scum. Now, choosing your filter could be difficult at times. Now, deciding on which one you want to use, whether you want to use one that is submerged within the tank, or if you want to use one that is a hang off the top filter. Those ones I find are pretty good for a beginner fish tank. So that's the best bet to go for. You could get something that is less than 30 bucks, as it is your first 10-gallon fish tank. You can look at doing that. Now, once you're finished setting up that, you want to get proper filtration. So buying proper filters is key for your fish tank. When you're setting that up and it's all set, it's time to pick your fish. Now, selecting your fish, the first type of fish I would suggest for a beginner is going to be tetras. Tetras are hardy fish. They're easy to take care of. They eat anything. They'll eat flakes. They'll eat pellets that are small, depending on the size of the tetra. They'll eat bloodworms. They'll eat mysis shrimp. They'll eat brine shrimp. They are easy enough to take care of that you don't have to worry too much about. Now, my go-to at the beginning would be looking at some diamond tetras, such as this guy. He's very good. He likes to hide a lot, but right now he's coming up to the camera. You can also get neon tetras, which are right here. These guys look beautiful when you have a school of fish. So in the 10-gallon tank, try to get maybe 5 or 6. See how well that goes for you. If you want to get just one species, that's great. Or you can mix tetras together. Most of them are good for communities. You don't need to worry about them eating each other because they won't. Now, this one is questionable, but I enjoy having them. Snails, ram shoehorn snails inside of your fish tank help as a cleanup crew. The main reason why we don't like them as a hobbyist is that they multiply very fast, and the reasoning behind that is due to overfeeding your fish tank. But it's very good to have a cleanup crew inside your fish tank at any point in time. Now, for this tank here, what I have is ram shoehorn snails. I also have loaches that are on the bottom. Those help with keeping down their colony. It's something to look at as well in your beginner tank, is having any kind of loach that's in the bottom of your tank. They're easy to care for. They'll rummage for any leftover food that will help clean your substrate, which is an amazing thing to have in a beginner fish tank. You can also look at having any kind of blue tetra, penguin tetras. Different species of tetras that we have are endless, which is a great option for you. any of your local stores will have many of them. So there's quite a bit of variety that you can use, and you don't have to worry too much about them. What else can you put inside of your first aquarium? Now, based on what you want to do, you can have plain old gravel, you can have fake decorations, but in this world that we're living in, we're doing aquascaping, where we're trying to create a sustainable ecosystem for our fish that is self-sustainable. You want to make sure that you're creating a great substrate. So starting up on the bottom with your substrate, you can have sand, you can have aquatic soil. This is very helpful and nutritious for your plants that are living inside of your fish tank, that will help reduce the nitrate levels inside of your aquarium. That way it helps you from having to clean it often, and it helps keep the perimeters at a steady level. This is something that you really will benefit from in this hobby. Now, looking at the different plants that you have, you can buy any type of grass to start off with, because they're easy to maintain and easy to help for your tank. And it's the simplest thing to put in for your beginner aquarium. You can also look at getting Java moss. Java moss is very cool to look at it. I find that some of your fish will love to swim next to it and rub against it. They grow very fast on driftwood, which is even better. You can cut them, stick them together in a ball, place them anywhere else on a rock or on driftwood, and they'll continue to grow. So those are healthy things to put inside of your aquarium to make it a very sustainable ecosystem. Another fish, or I should say crustacean, to look at is getting cherry shrimps. Cherry shrimps, I have many of them in here. They're hiding right now, mostly underneath the rocks and under the driftwood, but they're a good cleanup crew as well for any leftover food. They could also be a treat for some of your fish if they catch them, but you really want them to just have enough hiding spaces from using your rocks and having your driftwood placed around, having many plants that are there to help with that hiding process. But it is even better for the fish. It makes them happier. So good thing to have. Lighting is very important for your aquarium and your ecosystem. Having a light with blue LEDs, white LEDs is perfectly fine. Now, these are growing lights that you'll see that are also meant for your plants, but it mimics sunlight and it mimics moonlight. Now, you can have it set where you have a timer on it, 8 hours a day, 12 hours a day, 6 hours a day, whichever one that you want. I like to go for 8 hours a day, typically based on how much algae grows in your tank. You want to make sure that you don't give it too much light, because if you do, more algae will grow on your tank and it makes it harder to clean. Now that's it for your basic setup. If you have any questions, feel free to drop me a comment, leave a line, send a message if you need to. Like and subscribe to my channel. It's new to me, new to you, but we're gonna have a great day. Thank you. Bye.